With the sweatshirt instructions, all seam allowances are 6 millimeters or 1/4 inch unless it's other stated inside the instructions. 6 millimeters equals the edge of the presser foot, and I'll show you when I start to stitch. And the stitch types that we're going to use is a very narrow zigzag at 0.5, C 2.5, or a 3, depending, or a straight stitch, which is a 5A3. First step is the shoulder seam. And we want to press the shoulder, the interfacing onto the back of the shoulder seam, which is from the neck edge to the arm. The back is the one that is less curved. You're going to take your 1-inch strip pre-cut interfacing, and the bumpy side is going to go against the wrong side of the material. And now you're just going to cut the length. Now it says use a press cloth between the iron and the interfacing, and you're going to press it for a good 8 seconds. When you do, you're going to overlap your iron. Now it says sew right side of the front to the back at the shoulders. Have your interfaced layer up, match the end of the shoulder and the neck first, then we're going to stretch to fit. I'm going to line up these edges first. And over here you can see that this one sticks out a little bit. But we're going to be starting to sew right about here. So we're just going to make sure that it lines up close enough so that when we sew it, it's going to be nice and even. Okay, so like that. So that little bit is fine there. And we're going to start sewing right about there. And then if there's a gap, we'll just stretch to fit in between. A lot of times the back is bigger than the front. So same here, because I'm going to sew right there. You're going to use a straight stitch because it doesn't need to stretch, because we have our interfaced layer. So you're just going to use a 5A3 back stitching at each end. So the edge of the presser foot is this part right along here, and you want to line up your material right with that edge. We don't need a big seam allowance for this pattern. So you can see here, when I open this up, you want it so that it's all nice and even. We don't want one sticking out further than the other. Repeat on the other side. So the seams are all pressed open, and we're going to then later sew that.